Dude, I laugh all the fucking time, and I love to watch Comics Bomb. It is the strongest thing you can do.
Better than watching it work out.
It's the strongest thing you can. I'm gonna
That's
tell
for
you something.
civilians.
Did you see my spray there, Aviva? I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Can you pass me that spray? Yeah. Not that I don't trust kids. I had a child. Oh, please, I'm so sorry. That kid came and fucked up all those buttons. And I turned around and she was doing this, like sliding them back and forth. Almost knocked the shit out of her, but it's not my kid. And I need a discount on my nails. With all due
In
respect.
the old days, you could beat other people's kids.
Oh, yeah!
They would thank you for it.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping that alive.
Yeah.
Fucking Irish would do it.
Well, anything that was, they wouldn't just use their hands.
Oh, forget about it.
Big wooden spoons, shoes, belt, the belt.
Did I say hello to you?
I know.
Hey.
I didn't say hello. What was your
Oh,
name?
me? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Well, now you did. Yeah, Ben, not Ben.
Ben?
Yeah.
We met before, right?
Yeah, I was here a couple weeks ago.
Right,
Yeah.
because I was like, you've been Ben your whole life. You're like, I've never heard that son to that. It's so original. I'm kidding. But there was a place called Ben Benson's in New York, and it had a grandfather clock. This is the craziest thing that happened. I'm with two men who are married and shouldn't even be out, but I'm the only one getting the fringe benefits of the lobster, so I don't care. And I order, and I love lobster. It's not kosher, but this is before those times. Who gives a fuck anyway? Life's short. And I get choked. And I'm with a black doctor, and I'm with a Jewish doctor that talks a mile a minute. And the black doctor's from Virginia. And you know, I'm not pertaining to your act at all, but I could have fucking died by the. He's like, darling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, and the Jewish doctor said, Heimlich, move back. And he hits me in my stomach, and the fucking thing flies this way. But before that, like Jackie Gleason, I was falling down. Nobody's helping me. All right, so now I gotta chill out because I've embarrassed everyone and brought attention to them, and they're married and shouldn't be out. And on top of it, my other girlfriend's just like, don't tell anybody I'm pregnant. I always had a girlfriend that was out with me, was like, don't tell anybody I'm pregnant. I was like, how do we do that? That's how that joke came about. I do a joke about, I tell a guy that, you know, women do shit. But you guys think you own us after 2 drinks. Like, it's 2 fucking drinks. You know what I mean? It's not even an 8-ball with that, all right? You don't even slip over that fucking $100 bill with the 8-ball and say, keep it. That's what you like when they give you the $100 bill and say, you guys are very young, that's all. And you'll never see Studio 54.
Aw.
How fucking sad.
Not like it used to be.
Dude, I told my kids, right, I said, man, I can tell you one thing. I go, I was in Studio 54. I said, Aviva, I saw horse shit in that club. She was like, Mom. I was like, yeah. I said, right there. Because I walked in, it was a horse this way, and a big thing of shit comes out. And it was like so bizarre. And I go up, and the guy from Lakeside, the manager, you know, slide, all the way slide, beginning back to money, and you're 9 to 5. Right, so there, right, so I'm with Lakeside now, I'm doing this and that, doing my moves. And we're sitting up in the balcony, and the guy puts out lines of coke that are so big, and out of nowhere, big fucking roach runs across the fucking coke.
Oh.
Right through the fucking coke!
What are you gonna
And
do?
I'm like, oh my God. And there's some guy with a polyester shirt, and me, you don't even know how young I am, okay? I'm supposed to be roller skating. I'm supposed to be in the
you're working
Paramus
there.
Mall.
Oh, you're.
And I'm at a fucking nightclub. So that's why we get mad at my kid for getting caught with shit, because I was like, dude, I can do that without a fucking phone. You know what I mean? I took the fucking clock and turned the time, because when they say 12 o'clock, they mean fucking 12 o'clock. And the only fucking thing that I got screwed up with, my mother said once, I'll let you go roller skating if you don't eat the hot dogs. You eat those hot dogs, you get fucking worms, she told me. And black mothers can scare the shit out of you, right? With the Spanish mothers, it's your Rona, whatever the fuck. But black mothers forget you're gonna get that worm. So I was like, fuck it. Because my friends were like, you want a hot dog? I was like, I want a hot dog. I ate that hot dog. Let me tell you something. I went to the bathroom and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I got worms!
Oh, no.
And I couldn't tell my mother. And I knew it was the most freakiest thing. I wasn't talking, I was scared. And she kept saying, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I got in trouble because I shaved my hairline because I thought it was too low and I didn't think she would notice. I took up a half of my eyebrow. And she was like, did you shave your eyebrow? I was like, no. I was ass whipping time. It's a whole different thing. And I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the LA School of Comedy. Thank you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. It feels mighty right to have somewhere to be sometime. And you got to respect people. I have to tell you something. Being at the Comedy Store the other night just shows you the whole level of respect that people have for other comedians. I just love the black and white picture they can get rid of, but it looks just like Aviva. It's unbelievable. Aviva looks like you're hanging by the men's room. It's so exciting. You know what's really exciting? Is when you got the guy that runs the whole thing here, never gets a chance to give up the love, and we're going to give up the love right now. For the one and only Ryan Benson. Let him hear you.
All right.
Hello. I'm gonna take my mask off and we're gonna spray this down since I have a little bit of a little runny nose. If everyone's okay with that. I'll keep it on. Well, so I recently found out I am kind of a criminal. My license expired. Last time I was here, I talked a bit about it. Didn't go well. I went to find my passport, couldn't, so it was a struggle to even get to the DMV. Once I got there, take the written test, failed 3 times. You know, I don't know laws, I'm gonna drive, I guess. So it didn't go well afterwards in the car, freaking out, because I was like, now I don't know what to do anymore. So I am still breaking the law, and I drove here without a license.
Bad boy.
Rebel.
Don't tell anyone. But I thought that was the end of it. I thought, I'll study, that'll be okay. And then I got ID'd at FedEx today. Like, what the fuck? Of the place to get ID'd at, I'm gonna go to FedEx. I want to ship a skateboard. My friend, for some reason, wants a skateboard. So I'm gonna ship it. And everything went well. And they were like, "Can we see your ID, please?" I'm like, okay. Like, I don't know why. I guess they don't think I'm a human at this point, because I don't think you need to be over 18 to mail anything.
No.
But, yeah, thank you. I don't think so. That's good to know. But, yeah, so they were like, I was like, could you just, you know, let this one slide? I'm like, no. This is the most important thing. You know, I know UPS doesn't do that, so I know where I'll be going next. I like drugs. I've had a drug problem for a while. I'm just gonna say that wherever I go now on an open mic and hope and just feel welcome. The comedians of everyone's fucked up and loves drugs, but at this point, I think I'm starting to become addicted to rehab because it kind of seems like I've been going in and out a lot. So it seems like I really like going there, but I can't seem to stay. But keep coming back. Never gets me. Another drug that you might not think is pretty popular among comedians is steroids. Not because the muscles. It's because the horrible life you take care of yourself with. You just all the drugs and alcohol. You need the steroid shot to just get your throat to start talking. For any comedian who's on the road, I can assume you are eating horribly, drinking horribly, and fucking horribly. The things that you're fucking on there, you don't know. I have taken a sabbatical from sex. It's not because I want to, it's because I can't have sex that well. Not well, it's more just like I perform too well. I have this problem where I simply decide not to ejaculate, I guess. It's more my body has decided, this isn't the one! You do not want a baby with this one! So my body decides, no, you're just going to keep going. Until you're like, I want to go home. Because you're like, because you make them feel sad, now you're sad because they're sad, and then you just want to come. And you can't. So, it's definitely been a struggle, but it's definitely because of the antidepressants I'm on. So, you know, what do I want? Do I want to feel happy or have a baby? And I can say I'd rather just not come. Speaking of cum, have you guys heard of cum trees?
I have, actually.
Yeah. Everyone who doesn't know except him, asking yourself, what is a cum tree? It's a good question, audience. Thank you. A cum tree is a tree that gives off the aroma of a male ejaculate. And it is pretty common around LA. You might not notice it. Oh, you will. Anyone who's around the cum tree, you're either a liar or a lesbian if you don't think it smells like cum. So, you just go around it, and it literally, like, my friends, they have stories of growing up next to the cum tree. They're like, yep, I smell it again, the old cum tree. I have memories behind this one. But, here's something about the cum tree that recently, because, you know, it's around, I go to USC, it's around, they have cum trees everywhere. And you know why. No reason. But, so, this girl, You like that one, Patty. It was because it was a joke on itself of being a joke. But this girl, found out she was a freak. Walking, she was a classmate, and I would say I really wanted to fuck. That's a good way of putting it. So, I want to seem cool, walking cool, cum trees pass by, smell it. What am I going to say? You smell that cum tree? No, that's not going to work well. I've tried it before, it doesn't work. They don't like that move. So, as we're walking, I don't know, she's like, oh, it smells really good. And I'm like, well, I didn't say anything. So I'm like, what the fuck? Is their brain that, addicted to semen and to, have kids that, her body's hardwired to have the smell of semen to be great enough to make her love it like a rose or something. So I found out she's a freak just from that. Sadly, she didn't like the idea of me coming all over my clothes to be around her. So that didn't end out very well. I don't want to tell this one. I've been to a trap house before. Lots of different types of trap houses. The normal one you might see around, I'd say, LA area, a little bit more hood, you might say. This one was not hood. It was very much a cowboy hat, you would say. Yep, that's a good one, Patty. Thank you. But yeah, it's a bit of a yee-haw kind of vibe I'm getting from this place. Down in Tennessee, I stopped there on the way to Hilton Head Island, as you do. You're bored with a friend. You go out to go find drugs, as you do. So we're walking around. We see some really old prostitutes, so we avoid them. And then we try to buy some cigarettes. We're not 18, so we can't yet. So that didn't go well. And then we walk up to some girls in a car. Again, as you do. And they ask, what you doing? And we say, we just want some weed. And they're like, my brother's a drug dealer, get in. So I get in. Of course. What else am I going to do? At 2 a.m. in this random bumfuck place. We go there, and I'm still kind of scared, as one should. And legit, when I get there, there is a mule. Not a drug mule, as you might think of a trap house. A literal mule, just chilling there. And I'm like, I definitely am going to die tonight. I was literally supposed to be in bed right now, and now I am in a place that only has a flat screen TV, a PS4, and really bad carpeting. But they had Storage Wars on. Storage Wars, you know that great TV show?
Yeah.
I believe it's on True TV. I was watching that as I held this hookah bomb with these random people I don't know. There's only a couple syringes on the ground. It wasn't that bad. But the thing that made it really country was right towards the end of when we stayed, it seemed like the whole corral came back. All the cowboys went out to go to the come and go to get all their tobacco. So they came back, and I was pretty scared because they didn't really know we were there. So as you would assume, I start freaking out, and I don't know what to do. So luckily the two girls were like, well, hide you back here. So now I'm pretty much there was a trailer in the middle with a fence with a mule. So now I'm kind of hiding in the back. There's not really a door there, so the only way out is to the front. So at this point, I'm thinking death is the only option, or I'm expecting to have my holes resized. But at this point, I go for it. I'm like, well, it's either gonna be what I just said, or they're chill. So I said, hey, motherfuckers! And then I shotgunned the beer. I did not finish it. I vomited.
Oh.
So it didn't go well to start there. Great first impressions on the cowboy gangsters at their own trap house. But they thought it was funny at least. So they helped me get home because I was shit-faced. But that was a fun story, don't you guys think?
Yeah!
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how much time I have left, so I kind of just want to talk. 2 minutes! What would anyone here do for a Klondike bar?
Oh man.
I got diabetes.
Diabetes?
Trying to kill me.
I don't think I've ever had a Klondike bar in my life.
Klondike bars are the shit.
Yeah, they're the shit?
Yeah.
Okay, just like Klondike bar, I gaslighted someone for having a cold. Not this cold, trust me. I've not been around anyone, except you guys.
Wow.
No, I'm not sick anymore. Cold lighting. Someone thinking they got sick and not the other way around. That is how I define this as a joke. But I got sick. I knew it wasn't COVID because I got the vaccine. I'm all vaxxed up. I hope everyone here is too, or you should leave.
Yeah.
But I don't want to, like, I have FOMO, I guess, so I pretend I'm not sick. And I go out and just take a ton of Dayquil, just go hang out, hit the town, and then eventually they are like, I ask, can we hang out like the next day? They're like, no, I'm sick. And I'm like, oh no! What? How? And then I'm like, am I sick too now because of you? So now, instead of just like staying at home and getting better, I have now made someone sick and feel shit about me getting sick. So now I'm not at blame anymore. So now I'm just taking control of this for no reason, to making them think that they're the ones at fault. Yeah, there's not much of a punchline at that point. I just wanted to say that. I've realized that. But thank you all. This is a fun one. Glad to be the first up. Everyone else, I said great things. I am Ryan Benson. I have a mask on. R-Y-A-N-B-E-N-S-O-N. I said that wrong. I don't care.
That's okay. Hey, look how nice he was. He sprayed it, and I was just like, rub it. At least he's honest about it, right? He doesn't want to, like, make a joke and, oh my God, my little disco ball up here, reminiscent. By the way, I meant to tell you guys the bottom line with the horse, that shit in Studio 54. Obviously, I didn't know who the movie stars were, and it was Bianca Jagger on the white horse, and I didn't see that.
Oh my God.
I just saw horse shit.
Is a horse named Amber?
I had no idea. I shouldn't have been there, and there were roaches all over Studio fucking 54. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Did they pay for the
And listen, quiet as it ain't kept. Fucking 9/11 too. Not 9/11. Fucking World Trade Center. Full of roaches. You put down your drink for a second, you're like, what the fuck? I saw a guy. They made him. You know when you scare somebody? Like back in the day, Italians would rough him up and not kill him. I saw a guy shit and piss himself in the men's room. It's fascinating. They were like, we're gonna kill you right here. And my girlfriend's so stupid, Susan. She comes waltzing in with me. I go, get out. He's got it done. She's like, you're always making jokes. I was like, dude, it's not. And she's like, what smells in here? I was like, this nigga think he gonna die, okay? And he's gambling. And oh my God, it was just a great place to be. But you know something? It's gonna be different when we hear the comedy of Ben. He's gonna tell us how it's gonna be. Right, Ben? Let's do this.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't seen you for a while. You miss us? Woo! Good. Somebody's gonna figure out what that buzzing was before I have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Since this fucking kid was playing with it. I'm sorry to be such a. Oh, get up. You get up?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's
all right,
the
good.
room's not that big.
Good,
Someone's coming in. Hey,
Alright, hello, hello.
right on time.
Hello everyone, how's it going?
All right.
Yeah.
Doing good to be here. I just noticed the picture of you and Mel Gibson on the back
I
right there.
got something for that.
Yeah. It almost looks photoshopped, honestly. So maybe it might even be weirder if it's photoshopped. I've smelled a cum tree before. They smell good. I don't know, like cum to me smells like bleach and chlorine. So like when I smell it, I feel like I'm like swimming in a clean pool. You know, it's very nostalgic for me. You know, so maybe she just likes swimming. That woman who thinks cum trees. All right, good for you. All right, other things to say. I live right over there, so I walked like a couple blocks, and now I'm here. Game's going on, and I'm here. All right, Celtics and Heat are playing, and I'm here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Dedicated.
All right, but if there's Game 7, I will not be here. The Game 7. All right. Hello, I'm Ben. Nice to meet you guys. I'm white.
Okay.
Which means my two favorite games are golf and Devil's Advocate. And I'm really bad at golf, which I think makes me whiter, actually. And yeah, and I love going. What if Trump has a plan? What if he premeditates his thoughts? What if he thinks about the consequences of his tweets? What if he actually is doing? I'm really good at playing. Everyone needs a fellow contrarian in their life, right? We love those people. We love contrarians, right? What a God's gift contrarians are. Disagree, just I don't know. I hate contrarians. I hate germaphobes. I really hate germaphobes. I think they're like the biggest narcissists in the world. Like, they really think they're cleaner than everything. Like, they literally think we're all too dirty for them. You know? Yeah. What else do I want? Oh, I heard this. I saw this like tweet that said, no matter if you're left wing or you're right wing, we're all part of the same bird. You know, we're all part of the same system. And I'm like, well, you know, maybe so, but the right wing's definitely a tad more racist than the left wing. You know, you know that right wing definitely has to put on a little more sunblock when he's flying. You know. Oh yeah, so I work at a smoothie shop in Brentwood. I blend smoothies. I'm a blender. You know, like the best of the best. No one can compete with me, but that's besides the point. My ego when I blend, that's besides the point. Well, it's a very rich area. A lot of white moms walk in with their children during the day. They're just having a good day out with their newborn child. Not many people know this about white moms, but they are all kleptos.
Yeah.
All right, they steal everything. All right, every mom comes in with a purse like this big, and I haven't checked one of them. All right, and I was on this call last week, and it turns out my store is like one of like the most stolen from stores. These white moms are fucking criminals. Okay. Oh yeah, Ryan, I love when you were like, he was like, I've been to a trap house, like you just like went to Disneyland or something. Like, you're like, is that what experience the wonders of a trap house? Like you've seen it in movies and now, you know, you're in there. You buy cocaine once, that's it, you're in a trap house, right? Like if there's cocaine in a house being sold, I think that'll qualify as a trap house, right? Yeah. Yeah. Anyone? I am not. My parents are happily married. Happily is questionable. Any children of divorce? Any children of divorce? You don't know how good you have it. I'm definitely a child of parents who should have been divorced. Yes, I don't want to hear any of that bitching anymore. All right. All right. Because you got 2 Christmases, and I get to hear my parents argue about how long that Panda Express had been there. Turns out they don't know how long it's been there. I feel like I need a reset. I don't know. I like these 10 minutes. It gets me like it gets me into it around like minute 3 or 4. This is when I really like get a rhythm going. And like, I'm sorry that no. I'm not apologizing for being up here. I moved out here like a year ago. Like the pandemic hit and I got real. Okay. I don't need to know. I gotta tell the jokes. Not worry about what's missing, guys. What's missing?
Tell us about you. What's going on with you?
Oh no, they looked like there was a problem, and I wanted to know the problem.
What's the problem?
Oh, the key to the bathroom. We need a key
Oh,
to the bathroom.
God.
I think it's open.
Yeah.
I think men's stage
Men,
is open.
it's only the men's room that acts like this.
Alright.
Pee when I'm on stage, not when the comedian's on stage.
It's about being the best blender.
Gotta go.
Yeah, I would say if you watch movies and you're on your phone, like I will end relationships. Like I'm sick and tired of this shit. All right.
I'm with you.
Like I say I like movies, and these kids think I'm like 80 years old. And they're like, "What? You sit down for 90 uninterrupted minutes? What the fuck is going on?" And like, no, like I said, I will end relationships. I have ended relationships. All right. Like if I have someone over and we're watching a movie, it's a fucking test. Like I need to know their character, and if they whip out that phone once, they're not for me. Okay.
Oh, boy.
You need to respect the art of cinema in theater, okay?
Yes.
The theater is dying, all right? Here we go. The theater is dying, all right? Who appreciates the theater experience in here? Okay. Yeah. When's the last time you guys been to a movie?
3 days ago.
A month ago? Last week? All right, we might be. I might have found my crew. I don't know. I'm trying. Like, people think I'm so. All my friends think I'm so fucking annoying because if their phone's on, it's a death stare to them. Like, it's a passive aggressive stare. Like, you better watch out, or I'll subtweet them the next day. I don't know. I feel like I have to remind a lot of Jews that they're still white. I don't know what's up these past 5 or 6 years, but there are a lot more white Jews who are trying to say they're Jewish before they're white, and no, that's not how it works. All right, you're white and then you're Jewish. All right, don't try. The ship's going down. All right, the ship of the white male is going down. All right, it's sinking, and the white Jews, they're trying to hop off, and it's like, no, you're not getting out of this. I'm bringing you down with you. I feel like I've noticed the past 5 or 6 years, white Jews, they're a little more, how do I say it? Every time they say, I'm Jewish, I feel like they're trying to get a little bit of a pass. I don't know. For being white. I don't know. I do know. All right, you're white before you're Jew. I am 100% on that board. That's how it goes. But if you're a non-white Jew, then it goes double dip. Oh, what was I gonna say? I forgot that. But anyways.
Come on, tell us.
Yeah.
Work it out.
Okay. All right. Push me. All right. No, if you're a non-white Jew, you're not white, so that's okay, right? Yeah, you're Jewish first, or you can be any. You can choose. I guess I'm saying if you're white, you will always be white first. All right. You will never be nothing but white first, than anything. Yeah. This is all about me.
Yeah.
What else? Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thank you guys for listening to me and work stuff out. Thank you.
Where can we find you?
Find me, a couple blocks down the road. Thank you.
Hey.
Come on, if you make a Jewish joke, Jewish chick's gonna be checking you out, Ben. They're gonna be, okay, where's the Jewish guy who says he's not Jewish? What are you gonna say to the Falashas? They don't wanna be Falashas anymore, how's that? Did you know that?
No.
You didn't know that? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I know.
Well, then you should take your Addy, because we're gonna have the experience.
Hey,
Oh,
that's me. I'm Patty. Hold on. We need.
What do you mean the show's half over already?
Come on. Come on. Hold on. Now let's start recording. So I need the illusion that you guys.
Yes!
I'm Patty. Oh, look at this guy. He's just as great as Xanax. Come on, you motherfucker.
It's hot here. It's hot here.
People get you. I mean, you're a high energy guy to begin with. Okay? My God, man. In case you don't know, this is what a middle-aged guy wears. The illusion that he's somewhat athletic. And the truth is, yes, my wife bought this entire outfit. I don't buy fucking outfits. I'm just passive. I'm, most of the time I look like I got dressed in the dark. She's fucking completely dark. But I'm glad to see all you guys here. I mean, by God, the male energy in this room is fucking overwhelming. It's like, what do you call the big dick energy? Or American foreign policy.
Whoa!
But
Touche.
let's do this. We do have some female energy here. Thank God, give them a round of applause here. God bless you. And you and Ben should date. The enthusiasm that you both have for being here. You would be a match made somewhere. She is just, those are daggers. Look at that, just daggers. You kind of look like you're related to a vampire. But I love you, and it's so good that they're here because we have so much yang and very little yin. You know what I mean? We're about 2 testicles short of the Senate subcommittee on women's health issues.
Oh.
Hey, I knew that'd get you! I knew that'd get you! I had to get her! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! You cue in, a lot of my humor is time released, so if you laugh now, you'll go on the way home, oh fuck, yeah! That was it. I'm happy to be here in front of the whole group of you. You're a beautiful group of people. There's a shitbag or two here, I'm not gonna But I'm kind of I want to say something, especially to the young men here, because I have been a young man. It was quite some time ago. In fact, about 7 presidents fucking ago. And I notice, because I listen when I'm here. I listen to my peers, and I just want to say something. You know, love is a difficult thing. Finding love, and you guys, it's so technical now. There's so many different things, but I want you to take just for a second. I want you to look at me. I'm married for 29 years. Okay? All right? And look, if I can do this, you guys can fucking do it. The truth, I was once just like you. I was once both very lonely and extremely horny. I was once again, it was during the Carter administration. But I was once living proof you could cry uncontrollably and still be fully erect. So there's hope. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? But be fucking careful, okay? I love women. I've actually manufactured 3 women with the help of a woman. You need them to do that. You can't do it with a tree. I'm very sorry. It's not going to fucking work. You can't do it with a tree. We are needed for that process. But here's what I want you to do. Be careful. Be fucking careful. Like, you look at Johnny Depp in this situation. I like to talk about the Johnny Depp. You know, bring him up. Have you been watching the Johnny Depp? My favorite movie of his is Donnie Brasco. I love that movie. But this performance is much better. This, I hope there's a special category for the Johnny Depp at the next Oscars. And by the way, the ratings went way up because of the slap. Way up. So next year, Queen Latifah's going to sucker punch Dame Judith Dench at some point. We don't know fucking when, but it's going to happen. But the Johnny Depp, have you seen him? First of all, how many fucking rings can one motherfucker wear? Okay. Right? How does he get through the metal detector to get into court every day? That's what I'd like to know. Fucking ring after ring. You know, I don't know how he does it. The other thing like that I enjoy is it's nice to see the Johnny Depp, dressed up he's got the vest and the suit, and he's got the dark glasses and the hair pulled back. He kind of looks like a sexy Dracula fucked South Philly loan shark. He kind of looks like the unholy fucking love child of those 2 people. But you see, here's the thing that kind of gets to me. Like, because things have gotten better, since the Carter administration. Things have gotten way better. Like, years ago, I'm old. My dad taught me to drive with a stick. It was a stick he beat me over the head with. Called a shillelagh, culturally, Irishly, it's called a shillelagh. It's Gaelic for the big stick you beat your loved ones with. And culturally, it was perfectly okay. That was love. Like, he didn't always beat me with the stick. Occasionally, he throttled me with an Italian shoe while he sipped Rob Roy's. Because he loved me. Because he loved me. Spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right.
Remember, it's in the Bible.
It.
There's a lot of fucked up shit in the Bible. I mean, there's some good stuff, some bad stuff. But, that's the thing. If you believe all the good stuff, you got to believe there's some bad stuff. It's just a fact. So, I mean, wife beating was so commonplace, they named a shirt after it. They named a shirt after it. So, things have gotten better in some ways, but in other ways, like, here's my take on it. Are you familiar with the Amber Heard, whatever her fucking name is? Right? Mm-hmm. This, first of all, I've never seen anything she's ever done as far as acting. I don't know if she's talented or not. I have no idea. I do know she's loaded up with fucking privilege. First of all, it's a terrible thing to beat a woman. It's an awful fucking thing to do that. And it's an awful fucking thing to be accused of something like that. It's terrible. But what has she got at risk? First of all, she's got hot girl privilege. She's got hot white girl privilege, right? She's got celebrity privilege. What's the fucking worst thing that's gonna happen to her? She's gonna keep her $7 million. Those children are never getting that money. By the way, let me clear. It's never, ever gonna happen. And she'll walk away, and I think she'll probably marry somebody very close to death with a lot of money. You know, I think she's a lesbian that hates men. Really, she looks for soft men that have a lot of money, and she knows what she's doing. So let's look at that situation, right? Like, and I don't know, maybe she is talented. Now, over here, you have Jesse Smollett, right? Hold, stop a second. Some people take a little too much delight. They're both mentally ill. Let's be direct. All right, he faked a crisis to further his career, right? If we're going to lock people up for, you know, he lied. They're both lying, okay? All right, I'm glad we chased that elephant out of the room, okay? So, if we're going to lock up liars, because he might go to jail. This guy is never going to hurt anybody, right? But they will put him in jail. I guess the Chicago police, you know, were looking around for him for a while. And, you know, some people take this a little too much delight. That guy is loaded with talent. He could sing. He could play instruments. He's a good actor. He faked the crisis to get a little leverage. You know, that's not a black thing or a gay thing. That's a presidential thing. Remember when there were bands of bloodthirsty illegal aliens making their way to the border? You remember that shit? Well, if we're going to lock up people for lying, we will have no members of the House or the Senate. It will all be gone. Lying is an American tradition. It's as American as apple pie. It's election season. Turn your fucking TV on. Hot and cold running lies. All the lies you can handle. Woo! Let me catch my breath. I'm old.
I know.
The other thing is, and I was glad to see these masks make a comeback.
Yeah.
You're back to the same. Just from the nose up, you look. There you go. You know, I'm glad to see them make a comeback. It's good. There's been, you know, there was a couple of years where if you had beautiful eyes and fucked up teeth, it was your heyday. It was your fucking heyday. But I don't know if you guys have heard the news. It was before I left the house. Do you know that Hunter Biden has tested positive for monkeypox? Do you know about these monkeypox? That mask won't stop the monkeypox. Apparently, these monkeypox are from having sex with monkeys. That fucking scares me because, you know, who amongst us hasn't fucked a monkey? I know I have. You know, the idea of sex with a monkey isn't that difficult. The hard part is getting the monkey into your hotel room. Very fucking difficult to do. And look, I'll clarify something because you guys are looking at me weird. Right? It was a chimpanzee, okay? I don't fuck a spider monkey. I'm not some kind of a freak. But life is short. Try many things is my advice to you. Life is short. However, my set is running long. No. Look, I'm going to wrap this up if I might, and just say try things. Try things. Experiment. You know, the magic man in the sky will forgive you if you're earnest in your pursuit for love. Like, I'll give you an example. Way back in the day, you know, I'm old once again. I dated what I thought was an Armenian gal. It just turned out to be a hot Sasquatch. You guys are still looking at me straight. I'll just share a story with you. I've been married 29 years, so it does take work. It's something, if you love your relationship, you will work for it. Just tell you, it's the truth. And a couple of years ago, it was probably 8 or 9 years ago, the wife and I wanted to spice it up a little bit. You know, spice it up a little bit in the boudoir. And so, you know, nothing but the best for my wife. We went on Craigslist personals. Craigslist personals. It's just a plethora of sexual opportunities there. And there was a ad that said Armenian transvestite to have sex with your spouse while you watch. No weirdos, please. Strangely enough, that's how I met Andre. Listen, you guys have been very mediocre, and I want to thank you. I've been fantastic. I don't know if you know this, but I've been out there. And in closing, I'd just like to remind you that I was here. And may the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for. If you want to find me, I'm Paddy, Paddy, FORCOMEDY. If you want. If you don't want, that's okay too. Whatever you want. But I want you to go crazy. Sunda! Come
Wait
on!
a minute! I got a better one.
What?
Serious inquiries only. You see what these old people did there? Eric, have a seat. Come on in.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Look at you all
Thank you so
fancied up and stuff like that.
I didn't.
Looking
It's
fruity
okay.
and tooty. You in the mood for some Moody? Let's give it up for Michael Moody. Let's go.
Thank
Glad I finally get my time to get
you. Michael Moody,
What you doing, Ken? You doing Ken?
great
Okay.
comedian.
the call.
Michael Moody.
Hey, I was not prepared.
Oh yeah.
Feel like an unprepared pastor on Easter. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Yeah. I got a haircut today. Yeah, that's a lot of
Great.
applause for that.
That's a good.
Yeah, yesterday I was gonna get a haircut, yesterday I didn't have a haircut, and I was leaving this interview, which I probably should have had the haircut, and leaving the interview, the guy saw me dressed up and was like, "Hey man, I can cut your hair." And I saw a guy on the street, but he was homeless. I was like, you know you look fucked up if a homeless dude is like, yo, I'll cut your shit. I was like, alright. Messages. I'm just gonna get my shit together. Gotta get it together. Mother's Day was this month, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Clap it up for the mothers doing the mother shit.
Alright.
Yeah. Holding it down. Holding it down. I like Mother's Day because, like, the thing about Mother's Day that's dope to me is, like, I follow a whole bunch of women on Instagram. And they are really fine, obviously, needless to say, because I'm on Instagram. But I like Mother's Day because, like, I just, you know, after Mother's Day, I just unfollow them and I just follow their moms. You know what I mean? That's how I get down. I'm gonna get down to the root of it. The thing about that is, like, most of the time they're doing, like, older women shit. You know what I mean? Like, on Instagram. So they'll be like, hip replacement surgery. For a hands emoji. And I'm like, man, she's hot. I hope it doesn't fuck with her figure. You know? Those was gonna go. You talking about Jesse? Were you talking about Jesse earlier?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, Jesse's funny. He's funny as shit. His family was like defending the shit out of him. They was holding him down. Perfect. They was just. His brother was like, yo, this is like the Emmett Till case. And I was like, yeah, but he would be the white woman in the situation. It's crazy. That was written. Trying to navigate dating, like, you remember, like, okay, so in person, if you met somebody in person, they could get a feel for you. Like, they get a feel for you in person, right? But then, like, you lose a date if you're, like, on a date app first. Like, if you talk to a chick on a date app, you lose the first date because the first date is, like, a screening process to make sure you're not crazy. But, like, if you met her in person, she would already kind of pick up on that kind of, you know what I mean? Like, their demeanor. So you lose a date, which is just a lot of extra money, and for us, you know, it's hard, like, doing dating, because, like, women are way better at dating apps, way better, you know what I mean, because they have ghost writers. They got, like, a team of writers. You hit her up, she screenshots that shit to about 8 people. And then they get a response, you know what I mean? When I was talking to one chick, I was like, what turns you on? She was like, intelligence. And I was like, that sounds good on paper. That's obviously an answer from the council. But you can't just get off on intelligence alone, you know? But do you have a dildo at home that spits out Alan Watts quotes? Like, that's crazy. The desire not to desire is still a desire. It's just sitting on knowledge, information. The crib. I assume you guys know who Alan Watts is.
Yeah, man.
Okay. This looks like a room of people who smoke weed. I just want to make sure we all together. TV shows are so damn heavy these days, especially like the black ones, because they just like really want to like. They assume you guys don't know what we go through, so they put that in the show, so you can learn that too. So it's void of fun. Have you guys ever watched like Lovecraft Country?
Yeah.
Or like Watchmen?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the same show. Someone goes to the main character like, hey, you have great power. You come from a great lineage.
Yeah.
The only thing you can't do is end systemic racism and be a hero. And then these black folks have to go out and be heroes against all odds. Do you know how hard it is to be 3/5 of a superhero? Because that's what those shows be about. Like even like if you watch like Lovecraft Country, they were like, yo, by the way, your dad is gay and that's not your dad. They gave him superhero origin story problem and black problem. And I'm like, what does this have to do with the magic? Like, this doesn't make any sense. What is this there for? You guys ever seen Candyman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You seen the new one? Oh, yeah, man. They do it in there too, man. They got to. They gotta make sure y'all get y'all lessons in. I was watching it and they were like, there's a man with a hook for a hand killing people. But you know what's really killing this community? All this gentrification. Do something about this. They talked more about the gentrification than they talked about him killing people. That shit is crazy. That's what they do, man. I don't know. They assume y'all don't read. I don't know why they do that to y'all. They don't do that to us in our shows. They don't teach us about white people in the white people shows. I know white people. So I know white people. Like, it's not like, I just feel like that's just extra shit. I don't know. Feels weird. Makes the race relations kind of interesting. Especially like now because like things are just like, you know, whatever, you know. Like, my friend showed me like this fight at the W on her phone. It was like 20 black people fighting. And when I watched it, I kind of sat there for a minute and she was like, what a shame, right? And I looked at it again and I thought about it and I was like, can you, like, imagine if you worked at the W. You know what I mean? Can you, like, all this social change, you have to go back to the break room and explain that shit a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Hey, look at all these fun black people fighting outside. Somebody should do something about this, all these fun black people fighting outside. All I can say was I was happy to see black people fight for something other than justice. Look at us. Progressing and moving forward. And all the dating stuff is interesting, man. I'm realizing now that like my whole process of how I think about what's comfortable for me and like what I enjoy in a relationship is like changing. I'm getting more mature. So I was like hanging out with this one chick and I realized that like it had nothing to do with like the sex really or the conversation or the weed or anything like that. You know, I just got the best sleep in her house. So I was like, that was my thing. She was like, I think we should see other people. And I was like, I'll leave in the morning, but I am exhausted. I'm fucking tired. Samuels died. Do y'all know who Kevin Samuels is?
No.
Okay. He's just like a guru. Well, he's like a Martin Luther King for dudes who cheat on their girlfriends. That's who he is.
Okay.
That's who he is.
Women are celebrating.
Kevin Samuels, he's like this guru guy. He's like, how many black women could you tell that they ain't shit without something weird happening to you?
Okay.
She was like, he was like, you'll get a high value man over my dead body. She was like, word.
Oh!
Say less. Pardon the black euphemisms. You guys get the point. I don't know. I feel like people should like treat their relationships like I'm getting at myself. If you, like, okay, on Instagram there's a lot of like hustle culture. There's a lot of you wake up, nigga, you already slept too much. You know what I mean? Like you gotta make more money. I feel like they should do that with like relationships. I feel like you should put as much effort in your relationships as you do in whatever business, you know what I mean? But that's not explained. So it's like some guy like, man, I'm working 40 hours a week, man. I'm trying to get that promotion. You won't have that 10-minute conversation with your baby moms about what that text was about. You know what I mean? That's might as
Right.
well. You should do that shit. And then his argument would be some shit like, hey man, it's different. I gotta pay her. You have employees, bro. So shit would get complicated. Either way. Oh, how much did I get?
You're up.
Okay.
Do one more then. Start 743, 754. I can never get you on stage.
Okay, you guys ever worked at a startup?
Yeah.
Okay, for those people who haven't, you guys ever been in a cult? They're the same thing. You walk in and they're like, this guy's a genius. And you're like, what the fuck are we doing here? And then he goes off the rails and does some wild shit. And then everybody has to adjust to it. And then everybody's like, what happened? It's like, we were following the PDF, but now he's just winging it. But jobs are complicated, you know? They are. Do you know that the lawyer that got Bill Cosby out of jail was a woman?
Yeah.
Let that sink in for a second. That's crazy. You think her friends let her have a good time at brunch? They probably fuck her up at brunch. They're like, how was work, bitch? Keeping the weirdos off the street, I see. On the street. She's like, he paid for this. And then they all have to humble themselves at this brunch. And drink drinks that are technically bought by Bill Cosby. Jobs are complicated. Thank you guys.
That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful. Did you like it? Great. See? Gotta get up more often. You gotta get up more often. This gentleman's gonna give us 5 minutes of his beautiful time, and he looks like a real fun guy, and I just can't wait to hear the comedy of the one and only Max Lerman. Let him hear you.
What's up, my men? What's up, my big dick energy? What's up? What we got going on? I need us, chill it back. Chill it back. We don't need big dick energy. What I'm looking for a little bit, tiny dick humility. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Guys, just listen. It's gotta be like the same way every time you're welcomed into a ladies' room. Like, hey, coach, thanks for having me. I want to prove to you that I deserve the starting job. That's it. Give it up for the bald men in the room. Let's go ahead. Give it up for them. Alright, this is just for you, sir. Bald man? Sorry, bald man. Because I know it looks to be deceiving. I am not bald. Bald implies you've lost hair, right? My hair moved. Does that make sense anyway? This started going away, this started coming in full bloom.
I do have a sponsor. I'm a sponsored comedian. You know, you guys can get your own sponsorship too. Today I'm sponsored by Hims.com. Hims.com. If you're bald, it's too late. I don't know, guys. Times are tough. I'm trying to get my old job back right now, which is so weird. I don't like going back for my old jobs, but I think, you know, maybe now's the right time. I think, you know, things are going to start coming together for my old boss. As I'm trying to get back being Louis C.K.'s stunt double. That's what I'm trying to do. Easiest job in the world. Can I talk about that? Like, easiest job in the world would be Louis C.K.'s stunt double. Like, I would just, like, walk onto a set. The director would see me and be like, "Oh, Max, thank God you're here, you know, thank God." And he'd just point at a chair and be like, "You see that chair right over there?" It's like, "Yep, sure do. Just take a seat right there, and when we call action, we just need you to stand up without any heavy breathing. Can you do that?" Can you do that? Louis, it's done the take 12 times. We can't seem to get it. We even took the microphones off. Are you settled? I'm waiting on you. No, that's fine. I am from Sussex County, New Jersey. Yay! You know what that means. It's fine. So I'll tell you, it is Alabama of New Jersey.
Yes, Lord.
It is a place where men are men and so are the women. It's a place where men are men and the sheep are nervous. Do you understand? I'm not going to stand here and shit on my hometown that much, guys. Okay, listen, it's not a bad place. All right, I lost my virginity living there when I was 15 years old, so humble brag. It wasn't that bad. Okay. Time! I do the joke! I hate myself a little bit more! Okay. Do I need this? Do I need this? Anything? Nothing matters. Life is... We're here. I don't know. It's actually so fun. When like 3 weeks after I moved out of Sussex County for the first time, I went back home to visit, and it was so sad. My mom, she found my decoy weed. Did you guys all have? Nobody.
Kind of.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Because you're a theater guy, right?
That's fine.
Exactly. I know that's why. Because I had decoy weed, right? Because I had like it was basically an old prop, you know.
You know where they're gonna look for.
I wrote a play, okay, about the Garden of Eden, about the forbidden fruit being weed. Why? I was edgy. My mom found my old prop, some loose leaf tea and some fake joints rolled up on top for authenticity. And she didn't call me or say anything in advance. She just waited for me to be like walking out of the front door. She's standing there smiling. Hey, smart guy. Hey, Chief. Yeah. I found your stash. Mom, that's not weed, Mom. It's tea. What? It's tea? Yes, it's tea. Mom, if you really thought that was weed, why didn't you just like throw it away or flush it down the toilet, right? And then this is how, as an adult, I found out my mother truly loved me. Because this woman looked me dead in the eye. And she tells me, well, yeah, I was holding on to it for you for safekeeping. Oh. I'm adorable. 100% a fact about me. Because I looked at her right back and I said, Mom, do you want to get high? And she said, of course, let me get the kettle. I don't know, for all the men, so most of you, I want to say we can be nicer to women, and I've come up with a few like good tips we could be like men of the 21st century. If you don't mind me sharing first thing I do always whenever I'm in public, I keep my keys on my belt loop. Just so when I'm walking by, women are aware of my presence. The same reason you would put bells on a cat they let outside. Just like, I gotta warn the birds nearby. Watch out, potential predator. Like you don't know, but you've never offered me a treat, so I think it's fair.
Right.
And the second thing is, I think it would be amazing if we all need to start taking the male birth control pill. I know it sounds like, but I think it's a lot smarter to stop the train from leaving the station before you try to deal with it once it gets there, because that's, when you try to deal with passengers when they come off the train, East Berlin. That's what you get. So I think it's better that we can stop that from happening inside of our bodies. Also, when you are on the pill and you go on a date and you say like, "Hey, don't worry, it's cool. I'm on the pill." She knows you have health insurance. That's a flex right there. That's a flex. And then third, this is just for us guys. There's only one side effect that I've heard about there with the male birth control pill is that it changes the color of your cum. All right, and I know that sounds scary because you don't get to pick out which color, but you do get to go on BuzzFeed to find out what that color says about your personality. Red is blood. Red means call your doctor. Anyway, Louis C.K. Thank you so much.
Where can you find you really?
Oh, sorry. Instagram Hebrew Strawberry.
I love it. How do you say strawberry in Hebrew?
Huh?
Nobody knows? One Jew joke and they all ran out. I've never seen anything like it. And the Ukrainian walks out this way.
Sorry. I apologize.
It's okay. Just show me a little bit. The mic is on. If you guys want to get the tape, you'll talk to him about it after the show. I just want to say one thing about your cum joke was very cute, very nice.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to know one thing. Why is it that you guys have this idea that we want to consume that? It's just beyond me. You know, I've had guys say things like, "Do you want to drink it?" And I'm like, "What is this? A cocktail? Like, what is this?"
There's a
And-
cookbook.
Then, if they get one drop on their leg, you would think it's battery acid, right? Right? They're like, "Oh, give me a towel! Give me a towel!" And I don't understand that. Just 2 seconds ago, you wanted me to ingest something that's burning the shit out of you. So that's all I can say is
I
that
ask where you want it. Like, hey,
it's
where
the
do
way
want
you
me to
want.
put this?
Hey, when you find a hot redheaded Jew, there's nothing you can do. That's all I
Hey!
gotta say.
Oh.
And we are in the. Where do you think you're going? To the men's room? The non-gender room? Can you give us a few minutes of your time before you go? Please get it for Aviva Zafran, ladies and gentlemen. Let her hear you. Come on. Please breathe in the eyes.
No,
I'm sorry. It's not okay.
sometimes I forget I have a toothpick in my mouth. I think it's dangerous because I can put the whole thing in my mouth, but I'm not gonna demonstrate that. Yeah, it's cool, right? Like I feel like if I was like in like, I was doing something in the mirror today. I was like, if I was like in a Star Wars movie and like you put it in, and you take it out, and like you take the shackles off. That's so realistic, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about Trap House, yeah. Like that. On the truth.
On the truth. On the
Guys,
truth.
I
He walked in.
it's
Look
a
what he
sign.
did.
That is a sign I should be in Star Wars. That was the Force.
Oh.
That was the Force, guys. It's okay, I have an extra toothpick. I'll save it for later. So, yeah, Trap House, right? You know, I actually went to a trap house too.
Oh.
Except I didn't know it was a trap house. And it was, let's just say that, like, I'm a good friend. I'm going to start with that. I'm a very good friend. And I have a friend who was wanting to start out modeling, you know, in the New York area. And she said, hey, like, I have some new model friends, and, like, they're going to go take us to their friend's place. It was in the East Village, so it wasn't that bad. Yeah. I go in, there's a TV, just a couch, Coke everywhere. And all the models are there doing Coke, and I'm sitting with my friend, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, where the fuck are we? Why would we take me here? And mind you guys, I am in 9th grade of high school. I don't know, all of these just really tall models, they're all like these gorgeous black men. Oh my gosh, just gorgeous. So skinny, so beautiful, and they're really cool, and like we're outside, and they're like, let's go inside. And yeah, and the second Coke went out, I look at my friend, I said, we have to go. You know, it's just like, oh my god, sometimes like I have dreams about this too, but like white girls, they just don't fucking listen. They don't fucking listen. Like, I swear to God, like, you can talk about it with a friend, I'll be like, yo, we should walk right now, like, this dude, like, we gotta go, and they'll be like, what are you talking about? Like, come on, this is fun. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, like, we're gonna die, like, I will leave your ass, like, it's not even funny. I had a dream once, I get these crazy dreams, and, like, I had a dream that I was with these white girls, and, like, all of a sudden, Ted Bundy walks in. Or, wait, which one was it with the whole...
Teeth?
No, with the whole group of people. Was that
That's
right?
Manson.
Wow, I'm mixing them all up. Manson walks in.
And she looks at you.
I actually, you know, that was actually my first thought. He walks in, all his posse coming around us, and I'm looking at my friends. I'm like, guys, let's go. And they're like, no, like let's talk to these really nice girls, and they're talking to the fucking girls, and I left. I was a very serious dream. I'm not gonna go through it because it got very crazy very quickly. Yeah, I kind of had a joke. I remember someone was talking about lesbians, and it just made me think.
Humble brag.
Was it you?
It was
I might
me.
have mentioned the L word.
I mentioned it.
Yeah.
I might have.
Musical theater would mention it.
Oh my god, yeah. You know, like, speaking like old-fashioned ways, like, you know, we need to live off the land, guys. We do. I'm not kidding. Like, we saw in a restaurant today there was tomatoes growing out the walls, and like, come on, just pick a tomato. Like, I think that our inflation, our government's trying to kill us. We can ride horses again. We can ride bikes again. It's they did it then. Like, you don't need gas. So, I don't know, live off the land, you know? And like, I fucking hate social media. Like, you're fucking airing out your shit on social media. Like, I'm gonna feed you a bitch. Like, no. Like, fucking duel. I swear to God, like, some bitches, I really swear I could just go like this. Let's go. No, that's actually really wrong. You know what? Let's not talk about that now. One moment of silence for the lives that were lost. I mean, dueling's not with an AK-15, but, you know, I'm talking about that's, like, so fucked. Ugh. I'm very upset about that. I think Fox News should be purged off the air. And let me explain why. Because I think that they're having, like, a vibration. What's it called, guys? Like, for hypnosis? Like, if you tell someone watching Fox News, stop watching Fox News, they're going to start screaming at you. What do you mean I'm going to stop watching Fox News? I like the news. This is the news. And you're thinking, like, yo, like, I'm sorry. Like, oh, we'll keep it on. We'll keep it on, you know?
Stockholm syndrome?
I don't
It's a
know.
post-hypnotic
It's
suggestion.
a post-hypnotic thing. I think that
Post-hypnotic
underneath, because let me tell you, like, there's vibrational wavelengths, sounds. We don't know what the fuck. You see this? Like, you can have a vibration on there, and you can, all of us can turn to chickens. You know? I don't fucking know. I swear, but it's all TV. It's all social media. Hey, you okay, man?
I don't think so.
You know? You sure? Okay.
I like the Fox News too much.
Oh!
I hope you're joking, man.
Comedy
Okay.
Club.
Okay. Yeah. No shit.
I love
'cause-
Fox News too. I do.
I mean, with the white jokes, I get it, you know? But, yeah, what were we just talking about? Oh, yeah, so you said that you're fine, right? You got double vaccinated, you're good, right? Good boy. Well, like, I thought so, too, you know? I was like, oh, my God, hey, like, I just have a cold, it's cool, you know? I was out with friends, I was out with some dude, and I was like, yeah, like, boom, I take the test, and I was like, oh, my rapid's negative. Yeah, it's cool. PCR comes 1 a.m. positive. I said, oh, shit. I thought it was a cold. I gotta tell all my friends now. I was so embarrassed. It's embarrassing. Like, we should call it Covidia, to be honest. But, yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah, dueling stuff. I did have something that was funny, and I do. I was talking to this guy, right? And he was like, such a jock. Oh my God, please, just like, you know, you're talking about intelligence. Who's the guy that was talking about intelligence? He's out. His tummy's okay, you know? But yeah, I mean, like, with intelligence, like, I was really trying to have an insightful conversation. Like, he brings up, who's your favorite artist? And I said, Amy Winehouse. And he was like, why? And I was like, I mean, her music, like, it really speaks to me. And I gave this insightful thing. He was like, yeah, you know, it's good music. That was it. I was just like, bro, I just like poured my whole fucking heart out to you. Like, you just want to fucking kiss. Like, I just want to tell, like, I don't want to do this shit. Sorry, like, I respect myself and like.
Oh.
No, it's for real. Like, I'm sitting next to someone, like, your hand's already on my thigh, and I'm like, yo, like, come on. Like, what else do you want to say? Do you want to, like, write a note to me? Like, you just tell me, like, you want to, I don't know. But I was talking to him more, and, like, he was like, yeah, like, I traveled the world, and this, and I was like, cool, like, that's really cool. And he said, yeah, and, like, we went to this restaurant. It's closed now, but at least I got to go. And I went, okay. And he said, cool. And then he said, yeah, and they blindfolded us, and they gave us food, and they gave us some monkey brains. And he told me to, like, impress me. But, fuck, that's nasty. What the fuck? Monkey brains? I mean, that's partially cannibalism, right? For thinking about it. And then I told him, I said, it's like cannibalism, right? He was like, I mean, like, I didn't think that way. I didn't think of it that way. And I was like, I mean, like, where'd they get the monkeys from? Like, did they, like, take them off the street and, like, cut its head open, And, like, I can eat chicken sometimes. Like, I can't even eat beef. How are you eating monkey brains? Like, monkey brains. Like, Curious George, like, the man in the yellow hat, like, instead taking him. Yeah. And I told the dude, I was just like, like, did you get smarter after? Was it good? He was like, I mean, yeah, it was really delicious. And I was like, you're a fucking cannibal. And in The Walking Dead, I know what you would choose first. But that's, like, it. I'm really not a comedian. She always drags me on stage. But, hey, every time is a moment on stage is a moment of opportunity to speak to people.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I don't do comedy, but I do sing. And I have a one-woman show coming up. It's in New York. So if you guys want to fly out, it'll be really cool. It's in the East Village. It's at Pangea, 9:30 for Pride Week. Because for the gays, for the gays. Yeah, but for guys too. So y'all better do it. So follow me on Instagram at Saffron, TikTok too. Hey, we're just talking about you. Hope your stomach's okay. We're kidding. We're talking about intelligence and like, because he's intelligent now, like. For the monkey brains, so not you.
Where can they find you?
I just said it. I wish we say it in sign language. I know it's A-V-I-V-A or something like that. But I'll try to figure it out because I know you can in sign language. It's you look like shit.
Oh, all right.
That's it.
Do you hear what I hear? That everything is as it seems. Let's give it up for the comedy of Andre Abrahamian.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Hello. Oh man, this is good to be back. Yeah.
Nice film.
Oh yeah. Totally. Taking notes from your tenants outside. Yeah. That was some homeless material we're gonna get to. I know I look like Hezbollah Woody Allen right now, but it's not a big deal. Before I start though, I gotta say, Patty had a great time with you and your wife though.
Oh, hey, ho.
It's a lot of fun. I
thought you were going to keep that confidence.
That's right. When you let everyone know, I just thought I'd let you know how much fun I had. 5 stars.
It's nice,
yeah.
though. I had a good time.
But yeah, it's man, who's talking about Fox News? Yeah, Fox News. That's really some great stuff, honestly. You know what the truth is, and I worked for the Chronicle, and it's owned by Hearst, and it's a big media company. Truth is, no one really cares about your interests. You got to just understand that once you become an adult. End of the day, it's just people putting the news out there for a way that you can enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's why there's 2 news stations. These people don't care about you. Jeff Zucker from CNN, formerly CNN, BFFs with Trump. Yeah, they're boys. They love the coverage. Why do you think they put him up every single day? I mean, I wish I was doing stand-up right now, but I'm just telling the truth. Anyway, when I was at the Chronicle, I lived in San Francisco for some time, and you guys are just new to the whole homeless crisis, all right? Like, we've been living in it for, like, since the 80s. This one guy, he wasn't homeless. He was a con artist. I was going at some event, and I walked 10 blocks down to the Chronicle, which is on 5th and Mission. This guy, he starts walking with me, and he's like, oh, my car broke down, and I'm like, that sucks, like, all right, see you later. Like, you don't talk to strangers. That's what your parents teach you growing up. So I keep walking down, and he keeps following me, and we start talking. He's like, oh, I got this thing, and my wife, and we got to do this and that, and I don't have any gas. I need gas money, okay? And I was like, oh, yeah, I've heard this one before. And somewhere in those 10 blocks, I just agreed with him, and I was like, yeah, you do need that gas money, man. Poor family out there struggling. Like, seriously, I was like, you know what? This guy calmed me pretty well. I'm gonna go with it. So I gave him $10. Honestly, I felt like I was doing like some charity work, But I get into the Chronicle building, and my girlfriend's there, and I tell her this story, and I was like, oh, it's so funny I met this guy, and it was just a nice thing I did, And she slapped me in the face. She said, what the hell is wrong with you? She was like, do not give money to these people. I was like, I just I want to be nice. I don't know. What happened to humanity, guys? Right, fellas? Yeah, and Sunda. Yeah. Oh man. So 2 more homeless stories, and then we'll get to the real bits. I was with my buddy Parsa, and we were in San Francisco also, and we just watched the Warriors. It was the Clay game, where Clay hit 11 threes, OKC 2016. He just went nuclear. We still lost because LeBron cheated that year, but like everybody knows. We don't need to bring it up. It's gonna break my heart. But anyway, 11 threes. We're having a good time. We're all hammered, and these guys come up to us, and I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna ask for money. Because that's what people do when they come with their hand like this, okay? Like, I'm not stupid. I've been around this world. So, this guy comes up, and I do the preemptive, no thank you. I said, he was like, hey, how's it going? And I said, I'm not interested, no thank you. And he said, I said, how's it going, motherfucker? And I asked you for money. And I said, you're right, you didn't. And he's like, so can I have $5? And I was like, oh, come on, man. I was trying to be nice. Anyway, so I was with my mom. My mom loves these Subway gift cards. You know those Subway gift cards? It's like, who even goes to Subway anymore?
Jussie Smollett.
There you go.
Oh, that's true. Actually, subconsciously it came up. But
How did you know I was at Subway last
night? Using my many hours of stand-up comedy, years of experience. Matt Moody, you were talking about how, like, life, you get older, you get more intelligence. It started happening to me, too. And it just made me feel like, yeah, nothing really matters at the end of the day. But, and so I'm sitting in the car with my mom, and my mom going to a doctor's appointment, and she's getting, you know, the eye surgery, not eye surgery, it's like they put the drops in when you go to the eye doctor, and you can't drive. Yeah, so you can't drive for that for like 30 minutes, and so I'm like, okay, sure, I'll drive, and so, bless you.
You okay?
I didn't.
Yeah, no, he watches Fox News. You can't catch him. So my mom, she sees, like, we stop at the slide right before, and she pulls out her purse and she goes through it. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, stop the car. So I stop it, and she rolls down the window and she gives a $50 Subway card to this homeless guy. And I look at my mom and I say, how could you do that? And I slap her in the face. I'm so sorry, Mom. Okay, now for the planned material. 5 minutes. Great. I'm trying a new look tonight, guys. How's that going?
Nice.
I know I look like
nice for you.
Like a homeless Billy Joel serial rapist. Not getting it.
Armenian Columbo.
Columbo. Except for a fake eye, I'd give fake orgasms. That's my thing. Yeah.
Nice.
Orgasms, fellas. This is what we're here for. Let's be honest. That is hard to do, right? Like, oh, no one wants to admit that, don't they? It is hard. Sometimes, especially when you're on antidepressants for the woman. I also, you know what I hate? I just got out of a relationship, so I'm going to speak the truth here. She was always like,
He's not over it.
you know, I'm never over any of the girls that broke up with me. And that's why I say it was mutual, we're friends now, just so that I don't act like such an asshole about it. But anyway, it's funny when you're with a woman and she's like, oh, I had so much fun. I'm like, yeah, you came like 3 times. I was like, when is that going to happen again, right? Like, and she's like, well, yeah, but it's just like, I really wanted that other thing, And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean that other thing? And she's like, well, like, it's kind of unspoken. And I hate it when women do that. It's like, you don't think I am trying to figure out what you like? Like, I'm literally here asking you, so what did you not like about it? I thought, the orgasm was what we're going for here. Is there like there's some other, is this like save the cat or save the pussy? Like, what is it? Is there like a third act reversal? Like, I don't get it. It's tough, man. I don't understand women. And I just feel like, it's funny, I have a sister, and my sister, she's dated 4 guys in her life. That's it. I know. Even it's hard for me to concentrate. My sister, she's always like, she tries to give me dating advice. That's how bad it is in life when your sister starts giving you dating advice, because you can't trust that bit doesn't go anywhere.
Hey, put it in the bank, they'll throw it away right back.
I know, I'll do the sister material soon. Yeah, let's talk about monkeypox real quick. Making a real, it's true. It's like, it's causing these lesions on your hands and your whole body. Apparently it goes away. So it's like AIDS, except, a little bit better, right? Because it's going to go away eventually. But it's interesting because it's happening at all these orgies. And it's a lot of, gay men who are getting it, too. So, be careful, Patty.
Hey! No!
Yeah, we'll get the monkey.
Once a philosopher, twice a pervert.
What? We were talking about movies earlier. I have mad respect for you, Ben, because people don't care about movies anymore. Everyone's like, "Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen that? Have you been on Hulu? Have you been on Disney Plus?" I'm like, you know what? Shut the fuck up! I don't care. I don't care because there was something about going to the movies that was so unique, right? That is really a magical experience, right? It is something that you feel it, and you just wish that other people could also experience it. But people don't appreciate it. And I hate the people, like my ex-girlfriend, who said, I don't watch movies. Why do people do that? I know. It's disrespect. Damn it, another half-ass bit. Okay, here's a good one. I'm Armenian, and I'm Persian, and I'm Russian, which means I'm hairy, I'm shallow, and I'm a threat to our democracy. But being Middle Eastern does have its perks. This girl I was seeing, being Middle Eastern, she was vegan, so a Middle Eastern man dating a vegan is like Woody Allen putting Greta Thunberg in her next movie. Someone's gonna get filled up with regret. You guys, come on. Be a grown-ass man and enjoy that joke, okay? We broke up because there really wasn't a spark. We lacked a certain chemistry. And she just, said we had different tastes. I said, okay. But that's just how my penis tastes. I can't change that. Got more laughs last time. All right. I gotta be less upset when things don't land. I think that's just me being an angry, not white man, because that's what everyone sees me as too. I'm gonna grow this beard. I'm gonna go to Ben's apartment. I'm gonna be like, I'm not white. Just because I'm educated, I have a college education, and I dress. That's another thing about Armenians. I'll tell you, we're not all rich. That's a common misconception. It's a stereotype. We just dress like we have money because we're superficial. That's what it is. That's the truth underneath it, okay, guys? And that's why when it's just like when you go on a date, we're just, the man is supposed to pay, right? That's what's supposed to happen. But we do that because I'm Armenian. And that's just racist for laughing at that joke. Damn it, I can't make that work. Alright, we'll try again later. I think that's my time. It totally is. I'm over. Thank you so much. Give it up for your host. You can find me on the number 2 phone, Andre.
There you go!
Right.
I can't see anybody's name anymore. You know something? Are we having a good time? That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. I even want to spray the microphone because it smells so good. It smells so good. You just want to. Forgive me. What was your name again?
Chris.
Well, yeah, but it's Potter, right, Mr. Potter?
That's right.
Mr. Potter.
All right. Let's give it up for the one and only Mr. Chris Potter.
All right, what is up, everybody?
Yeah.
This is gonna be a unique one today. I have my best friend's wedding this week.
All right.
On Saturday. And I'm the best man.
Good deal.
And I have to give a speech.
Oh.
Which you all are about to hear.
Yeah! Oh,
So there's gonna be some humor intended for middle-aged moms,
Hello there.
and then I'm gonna get into my feelings, which I am not good at. So that's gonna be like we're gonna try to go to comedy into therapy, which is perfect for this place. I mean, look at it. This is more, I think, more therapy than comedy. Okay. I gotta time this actually, see how long this shit takes.
Sober or drunk?
Oh, I am gonna be so fucked up.
Yes.
I am.
Dress rehearsal.
Yeah. Should I go? Should I practice like I'm?
You can't. You know what they're gonna want from you, so you can't be that fucked
Yeah.
up until you finish.
Like 3 or like, but before I should have like two.
Do your thing,
Two.
but you want to be so sharp.
Okay.
It's a wedding.
Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Potter.
All right.
I'm Jimmy's best man. His best friend. And I'll do my best to make this quick. We're here tonight to celebrate the love of Jimmy and Aaron. A love story that began 7 years ago in a place where one only dreams of meeting the love of their life, the Thirsty Buffalo. What better place to find love than a smelly, dude-infested Elmwood sports bar? I was actually one of the dudes there that night. In fact, it was my idea for Jimmy and I to go to the Thirsty Buffalo that night. So, in a way, you all should be thanking me for the incredible evening you're having tonight.
Nice.
That's our. You don't need to applause. Jimmy and I already came to an agreement. You all know he's a cop, so we agreed red lights are optional. To and from every Bills game, I will receive a police escort. And I will receive half of all gifts tonight. So actually, thank you guys. But here we are, Jimmy. Look at you. All grown up. You know, Jimmy told me he's always wanted to be a cop, but he wanted to make his own mark in the world. And you did just that. His dad worked the day shift. Jimmy works nights. But Jimmy's not all like his dad. He decided to have a different kind of facial hair. His dad has the Tom Selleck mustache, as you know. Jimmy went with the pencil mustache. He's trying to make it come in thicker, though. He waters it every night, gives it plenty of sunlight. Actually, when we were taking photos, the photographer was pissed at him because he had really good lighting, and he just kept going like... But Jimmy and Aaron, they just bought a house together. How about that? Yeah. Right? And again, he told me he wanted to kind of move away and get out from the shadow of his parents. And with your house 4 football fields away, you did just that. There's no way the shadow of your parents' house is going to come close to touching yours. It's going to take at least 5 minutes to walk there. But Aaron, not to worry, you won't have to see your in-laws that much. An agreement was made where you will be shopping at different Wegmans. It's like Ralph's. The computer compromise of 2022. But Jimmy, I love you, man. Living across the country, I miss you. And I have college friends, LA friends, guys you've never met before. They all know who you are because I'm always talking about you. We drive past a cop car, and like, my buddy Jimmy's a cop. There's a Yankees bumper sticker. Oh, Jimmy loves the Yankees. We're about to tee off the second hole. I'm like, oh, this one time me and Jimmy. He's like, shut up about Jimmy. But I'm always talking about you because you're my best friend. You're so damn funny. And I look at you as a brother. I live in LA, and Jimmy came out to visit me this past summer. the first time. He'd never been to California before. And we couldn't go 30 seconds without just dying laughing. It was the best week I had. I've been here like 3.5 years. And it was the best week I had here because you were there. But you're a rock, man. You always do the right thing. I couldn't see you doing any other profession because you always put other people before yourself. And you'll always put Aaron before yourself. But most importantly, you will. You are. Would you let me get through this? But most importantly, you are damn lucky to have Aaron. Aaron.
This is what's gonna be like. This is what
This is what you want.
Okay.
Drunker. Yeah.
Aaron, you look amazing tonight. Being together for 7 years and getting married or starting at 21. Holy shit!
Do it.
Am I gonna get both of these? Is this what it's gonna be like?
Probably.
Yeah? At 21, being together for 7 years, that's just, you don't see that much anymore. It's a testament to your love and compatibility. But I love you. I've always looked up to you, and I'm going to keep looking up to you. I love you, man. To Jimmy and Aaron. We did it. Okay, we did it. All right, man.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Okay,
should-
6 minutes. That's decent.
That because you don't want to
You don't
go.
go long, right?
No.
Can't run
Say,
the
no,
mile.
don't go
hands
too long.
open. You're the entertainer
Yeah.
at this
Right,
thing.
right,
Don't
right.
don't close
Don't go
up.
too long.
Don't
Open.
close up.
If you have space, walk around.
Okay,
Be a
okay.
showman.
Yeah.
You're doing great though.
Okay,
yeah.
that's decent. Like
The
kinda
story's
like-
great.
Yeah,
Laughed
the
and
story's
cried.
great.
We laughed and cried. I
Okay.
cried.
I
Okay,
mean,
it's beautiful.
it's so funny.
I was waiting for you to ask if Ginny was bringing his handcuffs on his honeymoon.
Or, oh!
Yeah.
That's good.
Write that down.
That's good. Yeah.
Could use jokes.
Yeah.
He had some jokes in there.
No.
Oh! They use jokes.
The jokes were good. Fuck.
They were perfect for the audience.
Yeah.
The family.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Where is it? New York.
Buffalo.
As in Buffalo. Okay.
That's 518, so they don't care.
Yeah.
716.
Is it really
Yeah.
fancy, huh?
Wait, what's 518?
518 Schenectady.
Or it's funny, Jimmy's
Right.
been on the police
West
department
of
All
for
right. Cold.
3 years. But what's the Aaron? The first time they made love, wrote him a ticket for speeding.
Yeah. I'll just say that.
Oh!
You want me to say
Say it
that
again.
Okay.
Listen.
Huh?
Wait, listen. Do it again.
Jimmy's been on the police force for 7 years, which is kind of ironic because the first time Jimmy and Aaron made love, she wrote him a ticket for speeding.
There's a lot of material with the cop stuff. I wanted more cops.
Yeah.
But obviously, like,
Yeah,
family friendly.
Yeah.
You look kind of coppish tonight, right?
You do.
I just got a haircut for him, so.
You got them all
Are you a
cut, huh?
cop?
That's right. No.
Ah.
And I'm not a Fox News guy.
Nothing wrong
I just
with
had
that.
a cough. That's
Oh my
If you had a
God!
tie on, you would look like
Oh.
another host on Fox.
That's true.
Tucker
That's so
Carlson's
true.
grandson.
Listen, thanks for a good time.
But thank you for all getting through that.
Yeah.
Where can we find you when you're not doing weddings?
You can find I'm the wedding singer. I'm Chris Potter on Instagram, and
Simple cleanup.
yeah.
Later this evening, Erin will be taking the law into her own hands.
Oh!
That's the other one.
Oh my God! What a great
If I
thing to
spit
hear
10
that.
out, there's half
Listen,
one that's-
he's gonna change that speech all the way around, okay? There you go with the comedy of Theo. Let's do this.
Hey!
Oh, I am.
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint. Yeah.
How many are you doing? How many minutes?
I'm doing 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Ben, I loved your point about movies and respecting cinema.
Eh.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend, she needs to, respect the cinematic masterpiece of Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh.
Whilst I'm kicking her out on the street. I'm joking, though. never seen Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh, you
Ah.
should.
And I don't have a girlfriend. No. Do you think I have this shirt that says "I'm not dead yet"? Do you think it's insensitive in light of recent events, or?
No,
no. No. Okay.
We're
Don't start me up.
Goodness gracious. People, you know, goodness gracious. It might be. Some people might say it's a little too soon to talk about the mass shooting stuff, but I would say it's a little too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been overdue. I mean, this was originally written about, you know, like the shoot, whatever the shooting was, like 6 weeks ago, like the Buffalo one.
Tops.
Yeah, that was like
The
6
wedding.
massacres ago. My goodness.
Yeah.
You don't need calendars in this country. You can just denote time with like gun violence. You could just be like,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's a popular tweet going around about how Sandy Hook killed gun control, which is very true. I mean, if that, like, if dead, you know, first graders can't like get things done, like, what would it take? You know, like dead kindergartners, or, like, I don't know, what would it take to get Republicans to do anything? You know, a mass shooting of fetuses? I don't know.
Oh.
I might do it.
We've bottomed out on depravity, and we haven't changed. But, a lot of people bring up mental health, which is important, but I see mental health as a solution. Like, you know, like trying to address gun violence with mental health is like trying to eliminate skin cancer, like cure skin cancer, so we don't have to wear sunscreen. You know, it's like that's a good goal, but that's like way beyond our current grasp. You know, and thank you. And I feel like anyone who's like prioritizing mental health over gun control is like that, like that's like is mentally deficient themselves. Well, because you're basically saying that it's easier to like monitor and like track people's like minds and mental states over like a produced product, you know, that's like a bleak, depressing view of the world. And here's a hot take: not all, you know, mass shooters are mentally ill. You know, we think that, you know, it's a safe assumption, but it's like, you know, why, you know, you know, someone shot a bunch of stuff. Why'd they do that? Oh, they're crazy. Why were they crazy? You know, how do you know they're crazy? Because they shot a bunch of people. Why did they shoot a bunch of people? Because they're crazy. How do you know they're crazy? Because they shot. It's a circular logic. There's no reality in there. You're just making two assumptions and just going back and forth. You know, you could just, you know. You don't have to be. You don't have to have a discernible pattern of mental malfunction to be an asshole. You could just do horrible shit. I mean, that's.
Mental malfunction.
Yeah. So mental health good, but not comprehensive enough. You know, as a solution. Some people. My favorite response is, "We need more guns." I love that response because it's ridiculous. It's like you're like we need armed guards and cops, and it's like, well, there were armed guards and cops the last one. You know. And then they're like, well, we need to arm the teachers then. As though, like, you hand someone a gun and then they're like, oh, I'm a firearms expert. I can defend myself effectively. It's like thinking you can just buy a product and then just automatically become an expert is like, it'd be like if I bought a football and I was like, now I'm an NFL quarterback, you know? Like, you can't just hand people stuff and make them, you know, experts. It's insane. I mean, people can barely get, you know, muzzle discipline and trigger discipline in this country. They can't get basic, like, you know, gun safety through their skull before they accidentally lodge a bullet in there, so. That's too dark. This is bleak, man. I don't know. It's all fucked up, man. I just think it's,
Keep going.
Yeah?
Yeah, keep going, because it's
You have
keep
to.
going.
You're gonna
Because the
hit it.
darkness, you'll find pieces in the darkness. You'll find it. Stick with it. Don't give up on that.
Patty, throw a cross at him.
What's that?
Think, see if I find it, get across.
Well, I'm sorry.
Say, get across.
Oh, get across.
Get across.
Yeah, get across, man. Get
Oh, yeah.
across.
Get
And but don't light it on fire.
Oh.
It's very-
Oh my God.
I think, do you know the vast majority of gun violence is white on white. That's a fact. Suicide.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Whoa. 65% of gun deaths
You're gonna
are
say that at the
suicides.
wedding.
They keep that a fucking secret.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll play at the
It's
wedding.
all white on white crime.
Oh my God.
You get the speeches
That's
mixed
serious.
up.
That's just true. I mean,
Cool. Yeah. I feel like most, guns. I feel, I feel like most guns are for people like a lot of people have guns for like self-defense or to feel safer. But I feel like most of them are like. I feel like most guns are fetish paraphernalia for people who like to fantasize about like killing their neighbors. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Until one of them actually does, and then the news cycle starts over. So, oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, still in the cereal. Yeah. Let's see. I forget that I'm a person sometimes when I go out. I don't like realize how I look. I like go out and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a human being. I'm supposed to be like wearing pants and presenting myself in society. Oh my gosh. When I first moved to LA, I was looking at everyone. I was like, wow, everyone is so like nicely dressed. It's amazing. And then I just realized I was dressing like white trash. I just look like shit. My hair and my beard are in a toxic, codependent relationship because without the long hair, like I look Amish at best and Redditor at worst. And without the beard, I think I just look like a comely woman. So I gotta have both of them. Yeah, this is still my COVID hair because I was too lazy. I was too lazy to figure out how to cut my hair at home, so I just lied to my family. Well, I didn't lie at the time. It was gonna be true. I was like, oh, I'll just do Locks of Love. It's like it's like a little charity for kids with cancer. Like you cut your hair and then you send it off and they make wigs and it's nice. It's a nice thing. And then so for COVID's over, kinda. And so I was like, I'll get a haircut now. And then I went to the barber and I was she's like, oh, it doesn't need to be 8 to 12 inches from your scalp. It needs to be 8 to 12 inches from your like a ponytail. And so it's like I need 8 inches, and now I only have like 3 to give. So I'm kind of. I mean, I've been there before, so.
Hey.
Oh, hello there.
Penis.
Hello there.
Yeah.
It's a dick joke.
And now I can't cut my hair, or else I look like a horrible hypocrite who promised he would help kids with cancer. So I'm stuck with this. I can't get my old face back. Oh man. I still use disposable razors for my neck. I like how razors are like assumed to be for men,